Libya is a country located in North Africa, bordered by the Mediterranean Sea to the north, Egypt to the east, Sudan to the southeast, Chad and Niger to the south, and Algeria and Tunisia to the west. The country has a total area of approximately 1.8 million square kilometers and a population of around 6.8 million people. The history of Libya can be traced back to the ancient Greek colonies established on the coast in the 7th century BCE. During the Ottoman Empire, the country was ruled as a province until it was occupied by Italy in 1911. After World War II, Libya became an independent state and was ruled by King Idris al-Senussi until a military coup in 1969 led to the establishment of a socialist state under the rule of Colonel Muammar Gaddafi. Gaddafi ruled the country as an authoritarian leader for over 42 years until he was overthrown in 2011 during the Arab Spring uprisings. Since then, the country has been in a state of political turmoil, with multiple factions vying for control and power. The UN-recognized government, based in the capital city of Tripoli, has struggled to assert its authority over the entire country, with some parts still controlled by various armed groups. Despite its political instability, Libya is rich in oil and natural gas, which have been the main source of revenue for the country. The oil and gas sector accounts for over 95% of the country's exports and more than 80% of its GDP. Despite its wealth, the country faces numerous economic and social challenges, including high unemployment, limited access to basic services, and a struggling infrastructure. In recent years, the situation in Libya has stabilized somewhat, but the country remains divided and conflict between different armed groups continues to pose a threat to the stability and security of the region. The international community has been working to support a peaceful resolution to the conflict and help the country transition to a stable, democratic government. In addition to its political and economic challenges, Libya is also facing significant humanitarian crises. The ongoing conflict has led to displacement, with hundreds of thousands of people forced to flee their homes, and the country is struggling to provide adequate assistance to those in need. The healthcare system is also in a state of disarray, with shortages of medical supplies and a lack of trained healthcare workers. The education sector in Libya has also been impacted by the conflict and instability, with many schools and universities closing and students facing difficulty accessing educational opportunities. Nevertheless, there are efforts underway to improve the education system and provide greater access to education for all Libyans. Libya is also home to a rich cultural heritage, with ancient cities and sites that date back thousands of years. The country is famous for its historic monuments, including the Leptis Magna and Cyrene, which are recognized as UNESCO World Heritage Sites. Despite the challenges facing Libya, there is hope for the future. The international community is working to support the country in its efforts to achieve stability and peace, and there are signs that progress is being made. However, much work remains to be done, and it will take time and sustained effort to bring lasting peace and prosperity to the country. In recent years, there have been efforts to rebuild the Libyan economy and attract foreign investment. The oil and gas sector, in particular, presents significant opportunities for investment, as the country has significant reserves of both resources. Additionally, the country has a relatively well-developed infrastructure and a strategic location along the Mediterranean, making it an attractive destination for foreign investment. However, investment in the country is still limited by the ongoing conflict and political instability. The security situation remains unpredictable, and there are concerns about the safety of foreign workers and the protection of foreign investment. Nevertheless, there are positive developments taking place, including the recent agreement between the rival factions to form a unity government and work towards national reconciliation. Despite the challenges, there is a growing sense of optimism about the future of Libya. The country is rich in resources and has a talented and well-educated population, and there is potential for significant economic growth and development in the years ahead. The international community is committed to supporting the Libyan people in their efforts to achieve peace and stability, and there are hopeful signs that the country is on a path towards a brighter future. It is important to note that the situation in Libya is complex and rapidly evolving, and the information in this answer is current as of my knowledge cutoff of 2021. For the most up-to-date information, I recommend consulting reliable news sources. In terms of culture, Libya has a rich and diverse heritage, influenced by its history of trade and conquest. The country has been home to Berbers, Phoenicians, Greeks, Romans, Arabs, and Ottoman Turks, among others, and this mixture of cultures is reflected in its art, music, cuisine, and architecture. Libyan cuisine is a blend of Mediterranean, African, and Middle Eastern flavors, and is known for its use of fresh ingredients, including seafood, vegetables, and spices. Libyan music is a rich mixture of African and Arabic styles, and includes traditional instruments such as the oud, a stringed instrument, the bendir, a frame drum, and the gasba, a reed instrument. Libya has a rich artistic tradition, and its art reflects the country's diverse cultural heritage. Traditional Libyan art includes wood carving, jewelry making, and textiles, and there is a growing contemporary art scene that is beginning to gain recognition internationally. In terms of religion, the majority of the Libyan population is Muslim, with a significant minority of Christians. Despite its religious diversity, Libya is a relatively conservative society, and religion plays an important role in daily life. In conclusion, Libya is a country with a rich cultural heritage, a promising potential for economic growth, and a complex and challenging history. Despite its challenges, there is hope for the future, and the international community is working to support the country as it seeks to build a peaceful and prosperous future for its people. In terms of sports, soccer is the most popular sport in Libya and is played and followed by people of all ages. The Libyan national soccer team has been successful in the past, and there are several professional clubs in the country. In addition to soccer, basketball is also a popular sport in Libya, and there are several professional teams and leagues. Athletics, boxing, and handball are also popular sports in the country. There are several notable sports facilities in Libya, including the Martyrs Square Stadium in Tripoli, which is the largest stadium in the country and has a capacity of over 60,000 spectators. The Libyan National Olympic Committee was established in 1963, and the country has competed in several Olympic Games, including the Summer Olympics and the Mediterranean Games. The Libyan government has been investing in the development of sports infrastructure and facilities in recent years, and there are efforts underway to promote sports and physical activity as a means of promoting health and wellness in the country. In conclusion, sports play an important role in Libyan culture and society, and there are a variety of sports that are enjoyed by people of all ages and abilities. The country is home to several notable sports facilities and has a rich sports heritage, and there are efforts underway to promote sports and physical activity as a means of promoting health and wellness in the country. In terms of tourism, Libya has a rich cultural heritage and diverse natural beauty, making it an attractive destination for tourists. The country is home to several UNESCO World Heritage Sites, including the ancient cities of Leptis Magna and Cyrene, and there are also several stunning natural attractions, such as the Sahara Desert and the Mediterranean coastline. However, the ongoing conflict and political instability have had a significant impact on the tourism industry in Libya. The security situation remains unpredictable, and there are concerns about the safety of tourists, particularly those traveling to remote areas of the country. Despite these challenges, there are efforts underway to promote tourism and develop the industry in Libya. The Libyan government has been investing in the development of tourist infrastructure and facilities, and there are also several initiatives aimed at promoting the country's rich cultural heritage and natural beauty. In conclusion, while the ongoing conflict and political instability have had a significant impact on the tourism industry in Libya, there is potential for the development of a thriving tourism sector in the future. The country has a rich cultural heritage and diverse natural beauty, and there are efforts underway to promote these assets and develop the industry in a sustainable and responsible manner. It's worth noting that the situation in Libya remains fluid and constantly changing, and it is important to check for the most up-to-date information before planning any travel to the country. The security situation can change quickly, and there may be restrictions on travel to certain areas. Additionally, the country's infrastructure, including its transportation and communication systems, has been affected by the ongoing conflict and may not be fully operational in some areas. Visitors should be prepared for these challenges and make arrangements in advance to ensure a safe and comfortable trip. Despite the challenges, there are many positive developments taking place in Libya, and there is hope for the future of the country. With its rich cultural heritage and diverse natural beauty, there is great potential for the development of a thriving tourism industry in the years ahead, and the international community is committed to supporting the Libyan people in their efforts to achieve peace and stability. In conclusion, while travel to Libya may present certain challenges and risks, it is a country with a rich cultural heritage and diverse natural beauty that is well worth exploring. Visitors should stay informed of the latest developments, plan carefully, and take necessary precautions to ensure a safe and enjoyable trip. It's also worth mentioning that the Libyan healthcare system has been affected by the ongoing conflict and political instability in the country. The healthcare system has faced significant challenges, including a shortage of medical supplies, equipment and trained medical staff, and a lack of access to healthcare in certain areas of the country. Despite these challenges, there have been efforts to improve the healthcare system in Libya, including the development of new hospitals and health clinics, and the training of medical professionals. The Libyan government has also been working to increase access to healthcare services, particularly in rural and remote areas of the country. Visitors to Libya should be aware of the current situation in the healthcare system and take necessary precautions, such as obtaining comprehensive travel insurance and carrying any necessary medications with them. It is also a good idea to familiarize yourself with the nearest hospital or medical facilities in case of an emergency. In conclusion, while the healthcare system in Libya has faced significant challenges due to the ongoing conflict and political instability, there are efforts underway to improve the system and increase access to healthcare services. Visitors to the country should be aware of the current situation and take necessary precautions to ensure their health and safety.